Hey everyone, here's 5 things you need to know if you're in the shipping industry and you're shipping freight of any kind, pallets, full truckloads, flatbeds, vans. So by the end of this video, I hope you learned something, and leave a comment down below. Like this post, share this post, I'd really appreciate it. So we're a freight broker and we see this every day, and I've actually been on a truck before and showed up to a shipper and they don't really verify anything. In fact, I think if you showed up to 5 out of 10 docks in the country with a box truck and just told them you were there to pick up, they would probably give you the freight that they had shipping out that day, and could be a lot of stolen freight if that happens. So to protect yourself and to help the broker that you're working with or the carrier you're working with or whatever, here's the 5 things I think that every shipper should have in their process, whether you're shipping one pallet or you're shipping a full truckload. And the first thing is, if you're dealing with a broker like ourselves, is make sure that they're legit. Make sure that you check the FMCSA and that their broker authority is active, that you get their MC number, which is the motor carrier number that every freight broker should have. Ask them about their insurance, if they have any additional contingent cargo insurance, or if they make the carriers carry the insurance. And for us and most brokers, minimum, you must have 100,000 cargo insurance to haul a load for us, for our customers. And just make sure that that broker is legit. And then once you have that, if you're working with a broker or if you're dealing with the carrier directly, and they have a carrier scheduled to pick up a load for you, is that when the driver shows up, ask them who they're with, what carrier they're with, and if that doesn't match the carrier that the broker or the person you're expecting to show up is, then you probably should ask some questions at that point, because they might not be the carrier that the broker booked the load with, and it might be a double broker situation or just a carrier that's not legit. So don't give them the information. I mean, a driver walking in saying, I'm here to pick up a load, and you tell them, oh, the load going to Illinois, then they're gonna say, oh yeah, that's the one. Well, they might not know really where it's going, and it might be a fraudulent carrier coming to pick up freight. And I'm sure it happens every day where people give freight, the wrong freight to the wrong carrier. So I would just simply ask the carrier, the driver showing up, is what load are you here to pick up and what company are you with? And verify that by the side of their truck. If you're dealing with a broker, is get the MC number or the DOT number of the driver, the carrier that should be coming in, because that should match the truck, the decal on the truck. And if it doesn't, that's another red flag. But I would definitely take a picture of the truck. I would take a picture of the side of the door. I would take a picture of the driver, the license plate of any truck that came in. Now, FedEx or UPS or any of those LTL carriers that you see the drivers every day, you probably don't need to worry about that. But if you're dealing with a direct partial or a truckload carrier, this is what I would do if I was in your shoes, is make sure I took a picture of the truck, the trailer, the license plate. And I would also ask the driver for his driver's license. I know when I drove a few times, they asked me, there was a couple that asked me for a copy of my driver's license. What does that do? That protects you as the shipper, because if the driver gets in an accident after he leaves your facility and he doesn't have a legitimate driver's license, or it expired yesterday, and he gets in an accident, trust me, they're coming after you, the lawyers, to sue your company and put you out of business as well, even though you're dealing with a broker or a third party, or you deal with that carrier every day, and then the driver just happens to have an expired license and they didn't catch it. Whatever the case may be, you need to protect your business and your interest. And I would definitely check the driver's license of a driver that comes in to pick up any load for me that was a direct partial, full truckload, van, flatbed, whatever the case may be, and take a picture of it. That way you have proof that you checked it and you did your due diligence and that you're protecting your company. The third thing that I would do is make sure, well, actually I already talked about 3 or 4 of them, but I would make sure that you get a picture of the freight before you ship it, and when it's on the truck, how it's secured, how it's packed. Before you pack it as well, take a picture of it, but also once it's packed or packed in the truck, however you guys are shipping it, take a picture of it so you have proof of where it left and how it was in the truck when it left, so that if they move it or they cross-dock it or if they unload it to load something else, that you have proof that they are negligent in the shipment getting damaged if that's the case, or if it gets in an accident, you can have proof that you actually loaded it on that truck. So those are the 5 things that I think you should definitely do if you're a shipper. Leave a comment down below what you might do or what you think other people might be interested to know that your company does, because I think it's valuable that we share information, we all do something to keep the shipping industry moving in the right direction and keep the fraudulent activity at a bare minimum. Have a great day, and I hope you learned something today. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. More information coming to you. Thanks.